Hey everyone, this is Rajendran here, and in this video we're gonna touch base upon MCP, the Model Context Protocol, using OpenAlgo. And of course, this time we're gonna connect our own LLM. Along with that, we're also gonna use an cool, probably an cool UI interface, right? So that is what we're gonna do with that. And this recommendation came from P2C2E. So he is also an member of OpenAlgo, and he also actively contributing to OpenAlgo as well. And thank you, sir, for this wonderful suggestion and recommendation. So what P2C2E had done is he had built the OpenAlgo MCP. In fact, the OpenAlgo MCP, whatever which we had built inside OpenAlgo. So if you go inside OpenAlgo, we have already an MCP tool, right? So this MCP tool, he had isolated, and then he kept it under a separate package. So this package link is what you are seeing over here. I'll also give this link in the comment description as well, right? And we also have this better chatbot. So there is an isolated package, OpenAlgo MCP now, and we also have this better chatbot. That's a very cool chatbot UI interface, which is built on top of Next.js, and which also requires Docker as well. I've been running this Docker interface, and I'm running this better chatbot, right? With it also uses Postgres as well as an part of the image. So let me go and show you the interface over here. This is how the interface looks like. So here is a better chatbot. So here I have to go and connect Grok 4 API. So I had connected with an X API is what I had connected. Initially I tried with ChatGPT, right? So I mean OpenAI API key is what I had used, but then it is asking for some organizational verification. But later on I thought okay, let's go and use Grok 4. So let me show you how things works over here. I have to add my MCP. So I already added my MCP over here. You can see that OpenAlgo MCP has been added. Later on, I'll also show you how you can add the MCP, what is the MCP configuration instructions that you have to provide. Everything I'll show you in a very detailed fashion. So before getting into the configuration and what needs to be started, I'll show you a sample demo like what is this OpenAlgo MCP is capable of. I'll go to the new chat. So this is like your own private ChatGPT, but using your own API keys, right? So you can connect with any of your LLMs. So these are the list of LLMs you can go and use ChatGPT or probably Grok or Gemma models if you are running anything locally. And you can also connect with like Google, Anthropic, Grok, GPT OSs, the latest model, Kimi K2, right? So or Llama 4 kind of interface, or even if you are having anything with open router keys, you can go and configure it. So vast amount of options this better chat is providing over here. And what I'm going to do is I'll go to the tools, I'll go to the MCP. Here you can see the MCP of OpenAlgo. I'm going to enable it. So OpenAlgo comes with a lot of functionalities. So place order, place smart order, basket order, split order, modify order, cancel order, all those features, get funds, holdings, right? So right now OpenAlgo is also running. It is running in an analyzer mode, right? So I can go and play with that OpenAlgo right now. So I'll go to the chatbot again. So from here I'll say buy Reliance 100 shares in CNC. That's what I'm gonna say. So this should be invoking OpenAlgo and then placing order. You can see that it's placing order. It's also giving me a confirmation as well. So I placed 100 shares in CNC, and that order has been already placed in my order book. You can see that it has been already placed 100 quantity. Let me also try something like an basket order, right? So I'll say can you place a basket order buy of let's say TCS 10 quantity and Infi sell 10 quantity, right? So TCS I want to buy and Infi I want to sell, and it's going to be a basket order, and CNC is what I want to send. So typically I'm not specifying the exchange over here. So what does that mean is automatically the MCP will be considering the NSE as the basic exchange. If you want a different exchange, you can say that, hey, this is my exchange, right? So then I'm going to type enter. So that will be triggering an order in both. If you could see that it is buying in fee and TCS. So literally, if you could see that the response from the Grok is also pretty much faster, right? So the Grok response is pretty much faster, and now I'll be able to get the order book, trade book, positions book, and everything. Let's say like I'm gonna go and get the order book over here. I'll say like get the order book. So that should be fetching me the order book from OpenAlgo. It's executing the query and it's getting me everything in a split second format. I'm not fast forwarding anything over here. It's you're seeing as good as like you're seeing everything which is streaming in live. It's not something which has been delayed over here. It's instantly getting those details, exact details it is getting over here. I'm also going to get the position book over here. So get the positions, or I can say like I can get the open positions or something like that. Okay, that's cool. It is able to get the open positions as well. Unfortunately, there has been the order got rejected in Infi. I have no idea why. Maybe it is an simulated one. Let's see. So let's go and check the other things like probably I just want to try like get the codes of Reliance, Infi, and probably I'll say like Wipro and TCS in table format. That's what I would like to get it. So I want to get the codes of multiple codes is what I want to get. And I want to put everything in table format. This is ultra cool, right? So this is crazy. Grok 4 is crazy. I would say like Grok 4, the inference is really, really good. And let's say we'll also try to get the historical data. Let's say like Reliance, get the last 10 days of historical data for daily time frame, right? Let's also say like it's D is the daily time frame. So it's going to get the historical data for the last 10 days. It's really getting those historical data as well. Now let's go and try something like funds. So I'll say like get the funds. That should be getting the funds over here, right? So probably now you could have understand that you can connect any of the 23 plus brokers of OpenAlgo with MCP with your own LLMs, and you can chat with your own trading platform, right? And even though your broker doesn't provide MCPs, doesn't matter. You can still go and interact with your broker, and you can get the data the way you want. And we'll also try to put more interesting tutorials about how to play with these MCPs. But for time being, what I'm going to show you is like what is the architecture over here, right? So basically OpenAlgo is there, and we also have an MCP, which is a separate module, and which is an isolated module as well. And we also have this better chat which is running in Docker, as I said, with Postgres enabled. The LLM for time being, what I am using is an more of an XAI. We are using an XAI. I mean, probably Grok is what the model. What we are using is Grok, as I already showed you. Grok is also pretty much fast as well. So we are using Grok 4 fast version is what I'm using over here. Otherwise, you're free to use whatever version that you want to use. So what are the API you're comfortable with, right? So I'm using Grok 4 fast is what I'm using over here. So the user is prompting, and better chat goes and check with the MCPs. So we had configured the MCPs as well. So OpenAlgo MCPs is what we configured in the better chat. And so based upon the prompt, it goes and trigger the relevant functions, and it's getting the funds, order book, trade book, even placing orders, right? So even placing in basket order. So all kinds of functionalities now you can readily do with from the chat based interface itself. Close to close, almost 20 plus functions are supported by OpenAlgo at this point in time. Right, let me also show you like what I had done to run this. So first thing first, I'm running OpenAlgo over here, right? So running at port 5000, and then I have to go and get the API key. So I'll go to the OpenAlgo, go to the API key section, copy the API key section, and then I have to start the UVX as well. So I have to run this command UVX, the GitHub URL link, followed my OpenAlgo API key, followed by that where my OpenAlgo is running. So this will be starting the OpenAlgo MCP in an isolated environment. So if in case you need to create an virtual environment, you may have to use a UVVNV that will also create an isolated virtual environment as well. So on top of that, I have to run this command. So that will be starting up the MCP over here and keep it ready. And then the third one is where we are running the better chat. So all these instructions to run better chat is already available in the GitHub section of better chat itself. If you scroll down, you'll be finding this context. So I ran almost all these commands. So total clone the repository, run the install pnpm. Of course, you need to have npm as well. So npm means you need to have node.js installed. So once npm is like kind of a package manager for node, right? So with the npm, you have to install pnpm, and then using pnpm will be installing the dependencies, and then we'll also start the Postgres instance as well. For this, your Docker needs to be running, and then you have to build the pnpm local build, and then followed by that we'll be starting the application. The application will be start running in localhost. So for the very first time, you have to go to your local host. Where is the local host? Yeah, so here is the local host. It's running at port 3000. For the very first time, you have to go and create your admin credentials. In my case, I had created my admin credentials. You can create as many users you want, right? So it means if you are in a corporate infrastructure or something like that, you can even share this application among various users as well, or you can also host it in your own private domain, and then you can start using it as if like it's like your own private GPTs. And then next thing is like I have to go and configure the MCP instruction over here. I have to go and add the server, give a name to that, right? So in the meantime, you have to ensure that your MCPs are running fine. And once the MCPs are running, you have to go and configure those details. So that will be very much essential as well. So you have to go and place the MCPs. So this is what I have to paste it over here. So disable false timeout 60. The type is stdio because we are running MCPs in an stdio mode, UVX, and the isolated module. Followed by that, your OpenAlgo API key and your OpenAlgo path. Followed by that, you have to save the configuration. In my case, I already saved it. So once you saved it, you're gonna get this something like this. That means you'll be now able to access all these tools. Now, once the tools are added over here, once the MCP is added over here, you can always go to the new chat. From here, you can go and enable or disable the MCPs. If you don't want, you can disable it. If you want, you can enable it, or you can also enable only the selected features that you want to access, right? So I think this is what I had done. I hope this will be helpful for you to configure your own interface, particularly if you want to connect OpenAlgo MCPs with your own favorite LLM, and then you want to interact with your trading account. There is no limitation at this point in time. If in case you feel like you want to build your own MCPs, you can add more features on top of the MCPs, and then your OpenAlgo will become like more of an agentic tool. So stay tuned with more interesting content. Thank you once again. Bye bye.